Jai Baba, Chapter 23. There was a Parsi Zoroastrian gentleman by the name of Ratanji Shapurji Wadia. He was a mill contractor who lived in Nanded city. He was not only a very religious man, but also extremely affluent. He had wealth, prosperity, property, farms, horses, carriages, and even woodlands. Ratanji was also a very charitable man who helped innumerable people. It was said that the doors of his house were always open for people who were in need. He was generous and worked towards helping those who were downtrodden. Most importantly, he seemed to be very cheerful and he always tried to spread happiness. Although outwardly he seemed to have all the comforts that any man could desire, in reality he was truly sad from within. There were two versions regarding his family life. In one version, it is said that he had 12 daughters and no son. In the other version, it is said that he had no children whatsoever. Whatever the truth may have been, the fact was that his heart pined for a son to carry forward his legacy. Remember, in those days, true respect for a man came forth not only from his wealth and position in life, but also by him having a male progeny. A false pride to pursue, but that is how things were in the days gone by. Ratanji prayed to God, "O God, not having a son is like a blemish and a stigma. O Parvadigar, bless me with one son to carry forward my family lineage." This was a fervent prayer running through his heart and mind constantly. As time passed by, his heart became heavier with sorrow. Ratanji loved Das Gunu, the poet and saint, who spread the word and name of Baba in distant places through his songs and poetry. He is considered to be the proponent of Baba Sai and was instrumental in bringing the knowledge of Baba to many people far and wide. Das Ganu was a policeman who was persuaded by Baba Sai to give up his profession and to become an instrument to spread the word of God and Guru through his religious songs and stories. Once Das Gunu stood in front of Baba, all decked up in the usual attire in which those who held kirtans would dress up. He had a turban on his head, a clean shirt, a long coat over the shirt, and a starched dhoti below the waist. Baba looked at him and asked, "Oi, where are you off to, bridegroom? Why are you dressed in such a lovely formal manner?" Das Ganu was slightly perplexed. He replied, "Baba, I have come to take your blessings before I set out to perform a kirtan." Baba looked at him and muttered something under his breath. "Off with all these fancy clothes. Take off your shirt, your coat, and your turban. Why burden your poor body with all this paraphernalia?" That was it. Das Ganu removed his turban, coat, and shirt. He was bare from his waist upwards. Henceforth, he dressed up in this manner. He wore a dhoti and had nothing but a garland of flowers covering his upper body. In his hands, he had a pair of wooden sticks with metal discs at both ends, with a handle to clap them in tune with the singing of the kirtan. He resembled Narad Muni in the way that the latter used to dress in days gone by. Of course, it was thanks to Nana Sahib Chandorkar, who is considered to be one of the most devoted followers of Sai Baba of Shirdi, that Das Ganu came to Bombay and started performing kirtans in the name of Sai. Baba was known in Pune and Nagar districts, but it was through Chandorkar and Das Gunu that Baba became a household name in the entire Deccan region. Back to our story. Ratanji had great faith in Dasganu. Eventually, Ratanji discussed what was gnawing at his very soul, and Dasganu said immediately, "Go to Shirdi, meet Sai Baba, explain what troubles you, and all your problems will be solved." Ratanji made plans immediately to go to Shirdi and meet Baba Sai. After a few days, Ratanji arrived at the mosque in Shirdi and prostrated at Baba's feet. He took out a garland of flowers and put it around Baba's neck. He also placed fresh fruit at Baba's feet. "Baba, I have been told that people who are in trouble or distraught come to you and you protect each and every one." Baba smiled. "My protection and love comes forth from the faith and love of all those who come to me. As you look at me, I look at you. In reality, my love for you springs forth from your love for me. Love me selflessly, and you shall be returned with love 100 times more. Let there be no agenda in your love. That not only saddens me, but makes me helpless in front of the plans that karma has for you. Love me completely and selflessly, and then I can go beyond karma and do what I truly deserve for you and desire for you. Baba, I have come to you with great faith and love. Please don't abandon me. Then you will have to give me dakshina, an offering of money. Only then will your wish be granted. I will explain in the forthcoming chapters the whole process of Baba asking for dakshina. It is a chapter by its own. For now, let's follow the story of Ratanji. After asking for dakshina, Baba did something strange. He began to narrate a story to Ratanji, who truly did not understand much of what was going on. "You have already given me 3 rupees and 14 annas before. Now hand over the rest of the money which you are carrying with you to me." Ratanji was bewildered. He had never met Baba. How could he then have given him 3 rupees and 14 annas? "Baba, you must have mistaken me for somebody else. I have never come to Shirdi before, and I have never met you. How can I have given you money at all?" Baba smiled but didn't say a word. Ratanji gave Baba dakshina, prostrated at his feet, and with a very light heart told Baba, "It has been a great privilege for me to have had the honor of meeting you and being blessed by you. Please bless me with a son and release me of my longing." "Don't worry," said Baba. "From the moment that you walked up the steps of Masjid-i, the hold of karma over your life has loosened. Don't lose faith or hope. All will settle soon with the blessings of Allah." Ratanji bowed down to Sai again, who blessed him, and the former returned to Mumbai. Immediately, Ratanji went to meet Dasganu. He narrated all that which had transpired with him. Even Dasganu was perplexed. Sai had said that Ratanji had given him 3 rupees and 14 annas, but when, where, and how? They mused over this mystery for a long time when suddenly Dasganu stood up. "Do you remember that our Saint Mauli Sahib had come to meet you just before you left for Shirdi?" inquired Dasganu. Of course, Ratanji knew Mauli Sahib, a saint at heart but a porter by profession. Mauli Sahib was considered as a Muslim Fakir and a saint by many. He was short in height but built like a bull. He was fair in complexion and looked very attractive. He would either move about in the nude or would wear nothing but a cloth which covered his privates. Sometimes when he was in the mood, he would dress up nattily, wearing a turban too. He had great love for our Baba Sai and passed away 2 years before Baba Sai took Mahasamadhi. When Ratanji was about to go to Shirdi and meet Baba, Mauli Sahib had come to his house. He rarely did so, but that day, lo and behold, he entered Ratanji's house. If a saint enters your house, you need to welcome the saint and take care of him. Mauli Sahib loved Ratanji and vice versa. Ratanji offered Mauli Sahib a garland, fruits, and I'm sure some dakshana as well. Ratanji insisted that Mauli Sahib eat some food as he had come to his home for the first time. The latter obliged. Das Ganu made Ratanji add up all the money which he had incurred in taking care of Maulvi Sahib, down to the very last paisa. Wonder of wonders, the entire expense came to exactly 3 rupees and 14 annas. Ratanji turned white. This is what Baba had meant when he had said, "You have already given me 3 rupees and 14 annas." Saints have no duality amongst them. They are bound by the bonds of oneness. Ratanji, having taken care of Mauli Sahib, had also taken care of Sai Baba of Shirdi. After a passage of time, Ratanji was blessed with a son. In fact, it is said that he had more than one son. Some of his children died, some lived, and Ratanji's faith in Baba kept growing with each passing day. Peace be to all. Baba bless us that all our needs are met and we place all our wants at his feet for him to decide. Jai Sai.